Today, I'm reviewing the April housing data for Fort Wayne, Indiana, and its surrounding areas.
I keep it real, I keep it real, I keep it real, just keep it real.
Hey, my name's Sam Hartman. I'm a real estate broker with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. And as always, I am here to keep it real estate with you about the Fort Wayne housing market. So we just got the April housing numbers out. So I want to review those with you and see how our real estate market is performing. So let's start with a snapshot of the year-over-year change for the month of April. And the first data point I have is that we've actually seen a 21.6% increase in closed transactions. And I felt this in my business. April and May were two of probably the busiest months I've ever had in my 10-year real estate career. So I definitely felt the increase in buyer demand, the increase in inventory and new listings to the market, and it's showing in the closed sales for the month of April. Now we have to remember that we are comparing to 2023, which is a market that was actually down 16% in closed sales. So this is a great strong rebound over what was a pretty down year last year to see that we're up in April 21.6% on closed transactions. The median sale price is up 2.1% from last April, and total inventory is up 17% from last April. So seeing that inventory influx, that increase by 17% of inventory is great to see more options for buyers. But when you compare that with 21% increase in closed sales, we see that the market is gobbling up that new inventory. So this tells me that even though interest rates are still volatile in our market right now, buyers and sellers are still moving forward with their real estate decisions. They've grown tired of waiting and they want to move forward and make life happen and quit waiting for something that's out of their control to happen, like interest rates to drop or prices to change. So we're still seeing prices increase. We're still seeing some volatility in that interest rate environment, but buyers and sellers are still making deals happen. So I love to compare data year to date. So looking at 2023 from January to now April, and looking at this year from January until April in 2024. And so a few of the data points we have here is that new listings are up 14.5%. Again, that's kind of in line with that other data point showing that more people are listing their home in today's market, and we've got to have the homes to sell to have those closed sales. So this is helping the market rebound from that down year in 2023 where we were down 16% in transactions, but still up 8% in values in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we see new listings are up 14%, pending sales are up 14.5%, closed sales are up 15% year to date. So that has almost totally rebounded from that down year last year where we were down 16%. We've almost totally rebounded in the start of the year so far. And then median sale price is up 9.3% over last year. So a lot of people are concerned about affordability with interest rates, concerned about affordability with rising prices. And I understand that, and it is a challenge for a lot of buyers, but waiting on the sideline is only causing you to pay more for the opportunity to buy the house in the future. Because I just don't see any market dynamics changing where Fort Wayne's market would be at risk of any depreciating values. We've had really strong appreciation comparative to our history, and we're continuing to see that here in the start of 2024. Now, here's a data point that buyers might like to see. We actually saw a 1% reduction in the list price to sale price percentage. So in 2023, we saw 97.6% of the value a seller was asking for their home they would receive. This year, this month, we're seeing 96.6%. So that's a 1% reduction. That might tell buyers that you might have a little more negotiability there on prices because we're seeing inventory increase. Buyers have some more options and just maybe a little bit more flexibility. But I will caution that is on a case-to-case basis. There are still plenty of price points and neighborhoods and style and condition of homes that are flying off the shelves and still facing multiple offer situations in today's market. So key takeaways for the month of April for Fort Wayne's housing market is that we are rebounding very well from what was a down and struggling year in terms of the number of transactions. We are seeing home buyers and home sellers moving forward with their life decisions. They're no longer putting them on hold. I think a lot of the buyer and seller demand from 2023 maybe got put on the back burner, pushed to the side. But as we continue to see an elevated interest rate environment, buyers and sellers are saying, we've had enough, we're ready to move forward, we want to make life happen. And we're seeing that in these numbers as well. And last but not least, some recent headlines that have come out recently, just this last week, about Fort Wayne being one of the best places to live, one of the most affordable places to live, and one of the fastest growing metropolitan areas in the Midwest. These are all amazing indicators for our market. Whenever I'm talking with a customer and they ask a question about what my thought is for the market going forward, should we be concerned about any sort of housing crash or depreciation, my advice is this: look out your window, look out your front door. What is happening in your community? Are you gaining residents or losing residents? Are you adding jobs or losing jobs? And I tell you what, Fort Wayne is poised for great continued growth going forward. I want to give a shout out to the late great Mayor Tom Henry and thank him for his service to our community, because under his leadership, he's really set Fort Wayne up for phenomenal things going forward into the future. So that's a quick April housing update. How can I help you with your housing questions and your housing decisions? I'm here to keep it real with you, and I'm here to help.
I keep it real, just keep it real.